again, to use the terms, but have an image of what's really going on in Baghdad. It is absolutely the case that Iraq...
Madam Secretary, your intelligence and mine is a lot different, and I know my time is up here. But to sit there and say that, Madam Secretary, that's just not true.
Well, Senator,
that is not true.
Senator, if you allow me to finish, I think there is a point I'd like to make about the Iraqis killing Iraqis and what that really is.
Well, there are
death squads, Senator, that are going into neighborhoods and they are killing Iraqis. And indeed, the death squads are Iraqis. So in that sense, it's Iraqis killing Iraqis.
Thank you.
But I think it is wrong to give an image that somehow all Sunnis and Shia have broken into violence against one another. What the Maliki government is trying to do is to reestablish civil order so that the violent groups, including militias, including death squads, are dealt with by Iraqi forces with the aid of American forces. That's different than saying that all of Iraq has fallen into civil war, and I just think it's the wrong image. Not all of Baghdad has fallen into civil war. That we are more secure vis-a-vis Al-Qaeda for a lot of reasons. Not just our policies in the Middle East, the policies we've undertaken.
I asked you whether as a result of our Iraqi intervention, are we more secure vis-a-vis Al-Qaeda?
Senator, the notion about Iraq has always been that to deal with the short-term problem of Al-Qaeda as it exists now is not going to create long-term security. You can only do that by changing the nature of the Middle East that produced Al-Qaeda. I don't want us to confuse what we are doing in Iraq with the short-term problem. The longer-term issue is how the Middle East itself evolves, and that's why Iraq is so important, and it's why it's important that we succeed.
I understand the argument. I completely reject it, but I understand it. I have supported you and the administration on the war, and I cannot continue to support the administration's position. I have not been told the truth. I have not been told the truth over and over again by administration witnesses, and the American people have not been told the truth.
I want to ask you, since this administration has been so clear about how this has been a coalition of a coalition, you've already said that we don't have anybody else escalating their presence at this time. Is that correct? That is correct. Have you seen the recent news that the British are going to be bringing home thousands of troops in the near future?
I have seen the stories about what the British are going to do. I'll wait for a confirmation from the British government about what they're going to do.
Okay, I would ask unanimous consent to place into the record the article from today that announces that that's what they're going to do, is bring home thousands of troops. And I want to point out to the American people, we are all alone. We are all alone. There's no other country standing with us in this escalation. And if you look at this coalition, the closest to us, we've got about 130,000, 140,000 troops. I don't have the exact number. The Brits had 7,200. They're going to be announcing they're bringing home, as I understand it, more than 3,000 of those. The next biggest coalition member is Poland with 900, and after that, Australia with 300. No one is joining us in this surge. Do you have an estimate of the number of casualties we expect from this surge?
No, Senator, I don't think there's any way to give you such an estimate.
Has the president, because he said expect more sacrifice,